when I was 10 years old. My father disappeared without saying goodbye. Everyone in town said the same thing. Your father ran away. My mother believed them. She died believing the man she loved had abandoned us. After that, I bounced through foster homes until I finally aged out of the system. At 19, I wasn't chasing dreams anymore. I was cleaning floors. Every morning, I mopped the marble hallways of the most expensive private mansion in Manhattan. The owner, a billionaire so secretive, people called him ruthless, cold, the kind of man who could fire someone without looking them in the eyes. Then, one rainy Tuesday, my silver locket slipped from beneath my uniform and hit the marble staircase. Clink! The entire hallway went silent. The old butler looked at it, then at me, like he'd just seen someone rise from the dead. His lips trembled. Where did you get that? Before I could answer, the mansion's front doors swung open. The billionaire stepped inside. The second his eyes landed on my necklace, the coffee in his hand crashed onto the marble floor. He staggered backward. His face turned white. Then, in front of 50 stunned employees, one of the richest men in America dropped to his knees. He looked directly into my eyes and whispered, "Emily." My little girl stared at him because I had never met that man before. Or, at least, that's what I'd believed my entire life. My name is Emily Carter. And before you judge the billionaire, before you call him a monster, you need to hear everything. After everyone froze, security rushed toward him. The billionaire raised one shaking hand. No, his eyes never left mine, stood slowly, and asked only one question. Who gave you that necklace? My mother. When? Before she died. His breathing became uneven. Sarah Carter. The color drained from his face. He whispered, "Oh God." Then he looked at the butler. "Clear my schedule."
Every meeting, every phone call, everything. The man who once had just stopped the entire day for a janitor.
Beside his private library, he closed the door. For nearly a minute, neither of us spoke. Finally, he reached into a safe. He pulled out the other half of my locket. It fit perfectly, like two puzzle pieces waiting 19 years. He sat down. "My name isn't just Daniel Whitmore, it's Daniel Carter. Carter was your mother's last name. I changed mine after he told me everything 19 years earlier. He wasn't a billionaire, he owned a small technology company. Someone wanted his patents, someone wanted his business. When they couldn't buy it, they threatened his family. He went to the police. Nothing happened. Then one night, his best friend betrayed him. The criminals staged evidence, making it appear Daniel had stolen millions. Federal investigators came after him. The media destroyed him. Then came the threat: disappear, or your wife and daughter die.
He chose to disappear, not because he stopped loving us, because he believed leaving would save our lives. He secretly watched us from afar.
He sent money through anonymous charities, paid for our apartment, but he never came close enough to reveal himself. Until someone intercepted the money. My mother thought he'd abandoned us. The criminals made sure every letter he wrote never reached us. I came back after I rebuilt my company. His voice cracked. "You were both gone. Our apartment had been demolished. My mother had already died from cancer. No records showed where I'd been placed. He spent 9 years searching every foster agency in New York. Nothing, because I'd been transferred across 3 different states. Eventually, even private investigators gave up. He never did. I wanted to hate him. I really did. But his office walls changed everything. Thousands of photographs, every birthday, every school picture, every foster home report, every missing person request, every investigator's receipt. He'd been looking for me every single day for 9 years. "I failed you," he whispered. "I don't expect forgiveness. I only wanted to know if you were alive." I looked around the room. The richest man in America was crying like a broken father. And for the first time, I realized wealth doesn't erase regret. The next morning, I returned to work, still wearing my cleaning uniform. People stared, whispered. Some apologized, others suddenly acted friendly. I ignored them. Then, the mansion manager approached. "We've prepared your new executive office." "What office?" He smiled. Mr. Whitmore said, "Half the company belongs to you." I laughed. "I'm serious. I don't want his money." The manager blinked. "What? I came here to earn a paycheck, not a fortune." That answer reached my father. He smiled for the first time in years.
Where did you get that?
I agreed. Over the following months, he never tried buying my love. No expensive cars, no designer clothes. Instead, he asked simple questions. What was your favorite toy? Were you scared in foster care? Did anyone celebrate your birthdays? Questions only a father who missed 19 years would ask. Then, another surprise arrived. The FBI reopened the case against the people who destroyed our family. Technology had uncovered encrypted financial records. The mastermind, Daniel's former business partner, the same man who intercepted every letter, the same man who stole every dollar sent to us, the same man responsible for convincing my mother she'd been abandoned. He was arrested, along with 6 others. Their empire collapsed within weeks. One afternoon, my father visited my mother's grave. For nearly an hour, he said nothing, then quietly whispered, "I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise. I found her. I just wish you were here to see it." I cried, harder than he did. A year later, the mansion wasn't just his home anymore. It finally felt like ours. Not because of the money, because laughter had returned. Every Sunday, we cooked together, burned pancakes together, argued over movies. Normal things we'd both missed for nearly 20 years. One evening, I asked him the question I'd carried since childhood. If you could go back, would you disappear again? He looked at me without hesitation. No, I'd fight beside my family, even if I lost everything, because living without them was a punishment greater than death. That's when I realized the richest man in America had spent 19 years chasing the one thing money could never buy back: time. After all those years, the greatest treasure he ever recovered wasn't his company, wasn't his fortune. It was the daughter who never stopped carrying half of a broken silver locket, without knowing her father had spent every day carrying the other half. Sometimes the people we believe abandoned us were fighting battles we were never allowed to see. The truth has a way of finding its way home. Even after 19 years,